1140 The Fan.
Talkin Money!
And we're back to Talkin Money. And here's Jeff Tarbell.
How you doing? We do not have a winner yet on our quiz question at 339-1140, or you text us at 44-1140. Again, this company is proposing a $140,000 SUV model. I'll give you a little hint. They are out of Germany, but there's a lot of companies that are out of Germany. I'm looking for not the parent company. I'm looking for the badge name, the actual model. So we'll let that hang out there a little bit more if you'd like. Got a couple of people on hold, and I'll get to our text questions as well. Go ahead, Cole. Pull up whoever you want there. Who you got?
Got Jason on line 2.
Hey, Jason, what's happening?
Hey, Jeff. I want to say thank you for having the show. It's been very informative, and I really appreciate all your hard work.
You got my $20 check then, I guess, huh, Jason?
I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about that, but I'm guessing the car manufacturer probably be BMW, I guess.
No, but that was a good guess. Good guess.
It does start with a B.
Here's some of my thoughts. I was one of those people that bought near the height of the market. I live out in Rancho Marietta. My home has decreased in value of probably about $350,000. And just with lack of work and et cetera, it's just I had to walk away.
Right.
Yeah, I'm in the process of doing that now. But part of my situation was I owned a couple homes that I actually tried to short sale in 2007, and I had over 20 offers in one home in Fremont and about 14, if I remember correctly, in Hayward. And the banks denied the short sales on all of the offers, and then they ended up selling it like 6 or 7 months later. They foreclosed, and I got a tax bill of $1099, and so then I ended up owing the federal government like $70,000, and the state like $17,000.
Right.
And so I had to file for bankruptcy. There's just no way. Plus, I lost my job and a bunch of other stuff. But my thoughts were the reason why they're hesitant to do this is because of the easy money that they gave potential home buyers. It had created an artificial demand, which increased the price of the home artificially, and now they have a huge supply of homes that they're not putting on the market. So if they actually released all those homes that were foreclosed, then that would be the right thing to do, or capitalistic type of thing to do. But now they're artificially keeping the home prices high, and so it's if there was a true market value of what the homes were, you would see a decrease in home prices substantial. Obviously because of our economy, et cetera, is going down. So.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, and I appreciate your call very much.
Sure, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Thanks, you.
Couple notes there that he mentioned, and brought up something I was going to talk about a little bit later. Though that's fine. And we did get a winner on a quiz question, by the way. He mentioned a tax bill that he got, and I am not a CPA, so I don't recall the rules. But my understanding is that there is a temporary tax waiver that I believe only applies to the owner-occupied residences.
Yeah, principal residence on up to your purchase amount.
Up to your purchase amount, okay.
So those who bought them a long time ago, refinance, pull all the money out, are still at risk.
Okay, so what our caller was referring to was basically the debt forgiveness, or he walked away from a mortgage, so he walked away from an obligation. There's a tax liability that goes along with that. First off, I didn't know you could bankrupt that. I didn't know you could bankrupt any tax liability.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. That's a new one to me, because I know that if the IRS has a tax lien against you for income taxes, if you can Chapter 13 it, try to work out a payment plan or work out something like that. I don't think you could just walk away, but I don't know.
Well, I don't think you can bankrupt the debt. I think that there's a provision that says that if you're insolvent or in bankruptcy, they will not 1099 you, or you can waive that tax liability. But again,
yeah,
don't trust us. We're not attorneys or CPAs,
right? And we're not even that smart. So, at
least I ain't gotten one of those.
Yeah, and we're good speakers too. So one of the things I wanted to bring up before we go on to the next call is that, as it stands right now, for those of you with your primary residence who would be exempt from federal and state taxes, as it stands at this moment, remember we're in a political year, so things can happen. But as it stands this moment, On December 31st, 2012, that ends. So you do have to have a little bit of a come to Jesus with yourself this year and say, okay, am I really going to get out of this or am I not? I mean, am I fooling myself? Am I going to come to some conclusion? Am I going to hang in here with it? Because there's nothing more rude than losing your house and getting stuck with a tax bill to pay on top of that. That's salt in the wounds for sure.
And Jeff, generally your biggest risk is in your primary residence, though we have this exemption right now. Rental properties, as long as you didn't buy it cheap and pull all your money out and then walk away, if it's you bought it, it went down in value, you short sale it, you could get a 1099, but you should also have an offsetting loss for that business property to offset
on the
that.
rental.
But if you bought it cheap, it went way up in value and you pulled your money out and then you walked away, that's when you're going to get stuck.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. But and I'll reemphasize it as the year goes on, but 2012 right now is the end of that exemption for homeowners. So short sales, foreclosures, those type of things, this is probably the year. And I still contend the fourth quarter of 2012, we're going to see a crazy amount of activity with people deciding trying to unload their houses and do those kind of things too. On another note, well, I'll come back to that. Let's take someone's been patiently holding there. Go ahead.
So we've got Ben on line one.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Hey, I appreciate the free advice. I spoke with you guys, probably almost a year ago, and I had a kind of a crazy bankruptcy. I was in a separated relationship, not divorced, but separated for several years. And as my business fell apart, I was never able to finalize the divorce because of my business holdings. It was extremely complicated. And I'm still pretty much in the same boat. But my question is directly to mortgages, is that I filed bankruptcy on 4 of the homes that I owned. And and rescinded or took, well, how do I want to say it? Walked away from 3 of them completely. Held on to 1 of the properties, okay, reaffirmed I think is the term, and continued to make the mortgage payment on them. But the other 3 had already had loan mods on them with my ex-wife, who is not really truly my ex-wife. We're still married. And B of A has told us that as soon as I filed bankruptcy on those loan mods, that they've rescinded the loan mod, they took my interest rate right back to the initial interest rate, and they tripled the house payments back up again.
Jeez.
So we've continued to work together, and we're making the interest payments because truly my business is actually, I'm doing very well, and things are going to come back on its feet. But I have other conditions, other 941 stuff that's pretty bad too. So I can't expend a lot of money into these properties. But why is B of A so arrogant about the fact that, no, you know what, we don't, and the other side of it too is she has time on her hands because she's at home, she's not working, and I'm supporting her with alimony, or spousal support, or whatever you want to call it. She has time to deal with B of A and figure this stuff out. They won't even talk to her. They won't even talk to her directly due to the fact that I filed the bankruptcy. It's kind of a bizarre situation.
Yeah, first off, Ben, we need to get you your own soap opera because you're married but not married, you're foreclosed but not foreclosed, and you're modified but not modified, and yeah, we need to get the Ben show going on. I'm going to start a Jerry Springer show here pretty quick. So the answer to your question, I don't speak for B of A. Fortunately, I don't know. And they're probably not alone. I don't know all the rules of what they do or don't do. I do know this, that they have they've at least reported. One of the reasons they've shut down a lot of their operations on the correspondent side and some of the things they're doing is to try to get their house in order with their existing mortgagees and do something with those loans and put some effort to it. I don't know all the financials in the background and why they do some things and why they don't. It seems contrary to any kind of normal belief or standard logic of why they do some things. And again, it's not just them. I don't have an answer for what the foreclosure or the bankruptcy did for them. But probably if you're still milking along and making some payments, they're going to keep just taking whatever money they can get out of you until you decide to finally stop it. Or get on track entirely. So you're probably going to have to make a decision: either just quit paying them entirely, and then hopefully you can negotiate something with them, or move on and just try to keep the houses. But that's a difficult situation Ben.
I wanted to ask you one more thing.
Yeah.
You were saying that the inevitability is that our economy is cyclical and it's going to have an upturn. I've already seen it myself as a businessman. But the fact is would it not behoove me to try to short sell these homes? Their loan to debt value against the and these are HELOC are they're worth 30% less than the money that we borrowed against them. So would it behoove me to try to short sale these homes? And who would I use? And what kind of money does it cost to hire someone to help me do that? I don't physically have the time to do it on my own, and I don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, and we've got to take a quick break. But yes, I would seriously consider trying to short sell them. It doesn't cost you a dime. You find a good realtor. If you want to email me on your own time at jeff@jefftarbell.com, I'll give you some names of some realtors that do just that. It doesn't cost you a dime to have them talk with you and discuss with the bank on what's going on, Ben. So shoot me an email if you'd like, and I'll give you some names that will probably help you out.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, Ben. Have a great day. We got to take one more quick break, and then I promise I'll get to these quiz questions or these texts. We did get a winner. Bentley is coming out with proposing a $140,000 SUV. So watch out, you Escalade owners, and we'll run you over with my Bentley. I don't think I'll be buying one of those, but I'll get the keychain. I'll just say I parked it out back. It's out back. We got to take a quick break. We're late, way late. We should probably do this for 2 hours sometime, huh, Chris? Yeah? I don't know. That seems like a lot of work.
I'm here no matter what. So it doesn't matter to me.
You don't give a damn either way, right? You're getting paid. I got you. We'll be right back.